Accents of characters in Downton Abbey. To continue the question started in identifying accents of British actors, there is one popular current cultural artifact with an excess of non-standard British accents, and that is the BBC series Downton Abbey. For one very specific example, Anna Smith pronounces the word money not as in standard English money, ipsem nij, but instead says something like moone, ipamne. Upstairs I figure the accents are entirely RP except for Lady Grantham, with the well-discussed general American RP mix. But I'd very much like to know what each of the downstairs characters' accents are. A Google search says nothing more than what the IMDb FAQ about the show says. Some of the servants, e.g. Mr. Carson, Mrs. Patmore, Anna, and Sarah O'Brien, speak with northern accents, either Yorkshire or Lancashire. And there is dialogue and/or plot that identifies Branson as Irish and John Bates as Scottish. What I'm looking for is something more definitive. So, excluding the upstairs characters, what are the region's accents of the following? If possible, please be specific, that is if you can tell the difference between, say, Mancunian and Yorkshire. For identities, consult IMDb. Charles Carson, butler; John Bates, the Earl's valet; Sarah O'Brien, the Countess's maid; Anna Smith, Lady Mary's maid; Thomas Barrow, footman; Mrs. Hughes, housekeeper; Daisy Mason, cook's aide; Mrs. Patmore, cook; Tom Branson, chauffeur; Joseph Molesley, footman; D.R. Clarkson, physician; Ethel Parks, maid; William Mason, footman. A simplified answer is sufficient. If all are Yorkshire, whatever that is, except for Branson and Bates, then I'd like that confirmed. But if more can be said, then so much the better. E.g. D.R. Clarkson sounds different to me, but I just can't tell.
Charles Carson, butler; Yorkshire, ref. John Bates, the Earl's valet; Sarah O'Brien, the Countess's maid; Anna Smith, Lady Mary's maid; Thomas Barrow, footman; Mancunian, ref. Mrs. Hughes, housekeeper; West Scots, ref 1, ref 2; Daisy Mason, cook's aide; Mrs. Patmore, cook; Mancunian, ref. Tom Branson, chauffeur; Joseph Molesley, footman; Dr. Clarkson, physician; Ethel Parks, maid; William Mason, footman; Yorkshire, ref.
Miss O'Brien regularly speaks in a gently Scouse accent from the Liverpool area, West Midlands. This would also be consistent with her Irish surname.
I believe Daisy's accent is from Bradford. Watched an accent tag of someone from Bradford and they sound really similar. And I remembered when Daisy says, daren't, instead of dare not, in the first episode, and I found this.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.